9/11/09, Toledo versus Colorado. The Rockets opened up their home schedule with a primetime ESPN matchup with Big 12 foe Colorado. Senior quarterback Aaron Opelt threw for 319 yards and tied his career high with 4 touchdowns. Opelt also ran for 109 yards with 2 scores to lead Toledo to a convincing 54-38 victory over Colorado at the Glass Bowl. Opelt also ran for 109 yards with 2 scores. Senior DeJuan Collins rushed for 160 yards on 20 carries and 1 TD. Freshman Eric Page caught 3 passes for 138 yards and 1 score. And the Rockets' 3 sacks effectively contained Colorado when the game was on the line. Defensively, the Rockets forced 4 Buffalo turnovers, including a one-handed interception by senior Barry Church. Toledo outgained the Buffaloes 624-451 to gain its 3rd consecutive home victory over a Big 12 opponent. (9/26/09), Toledo at Florida International. The Rockets closed out their tough non-conference schedule with a matchup with Florida International in Miami, Florida. The Rocket offense continued its impressive start as senior running back DeJuan Collins rushed for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. And freshman wide receiver Eric Page added 2 scores to lead Toledo to a 41-31 victory over Florida International. With the win, the Rockets improved to 3-1 all-time against teams from the Sun Belt Conference. Aaron Opelt threw for 343 yards and 2 touchdowns and rushed for another as the Rockets staved off a second-half FIU comeback to claim their 2nd victory of the season. Senior Stephen Williams led the Rocket receivers with 116 yards on 6 receptions. On defense, junior linebacker Archie Donald finished with a game-high 18 total tackles, including 1 tackle for loss and a pass breakup. (10/3/09), Toledo at Ball State. Late-game heroics propelled the Rockets to a last-minute win in the conference opener in Muncie, Indiana versus Ball State. Opelt arguably had the best game of his 4-year career, completing 30 of 38 passes for 422 yards and 5 touchdowns. Williams, too, had a huge game, hauling in 10 passes for a career-best 231 yards and 2 scores. Freshman sensation Page caught 11 passes for a career-best 152 yards and 1 TD. Toledo was trailing 30-29, following a Ball State touchdown and 2-point conversion by the Cardinals with 42 seconds left. Following a 34-yard kickoff return by Kenny Veal to the Toledo 49-yard line, Opelt hit Williams down the left sideline in stride at the 30-yard line, and the senior from Houston galloped in for the score. Ball State got the ball back at its own 26-yard line with 21 seconds left. But its hopes for victory were dashed when senior linebacker Bo Brzezinski picked off Kelly Page's pass to seal the victory for the Rockets. The game was picked by ESPN.com as the most exciting game of the first half of the 2009 season. 10-17-09, Toledo versus Northern Illinois. Defense and special teams led the Rockets to their fourth victory of the season versus MAC West foe, Northern Illinois. Rocket freshman quarterback Austin Danton made his first collegiate start and looked good. Danton led the offense on a UT record-tying 99-yard drive that culminated on a 26-yard TD pass from Danton to sophomore Tim Cortazzo, his first collegiate touchdown reception. While Collins gained 139 yards and scored twice, UT's defense contained NIU's vaunted running game. Church had 12 tackles to go with his 2 blocks. Senior linebacker Bo Brzezinski registered a career-high 11 tackles, and junior linebacker Archie Donald led the Rockets with 13 tackles. Barry Church blocked an extra point attempt on the Huskies' first touchdown in the second quarter. He did it again when it really counted, blocking a 42-yard field attempt by NIU's Mike Salerno to secure the victory. UT has won 16 of the last 17 matchups versus Northern Illinois at the Glass Bowl and improved to 18-2 all-time at home against their West Division foe. 11-20-09, Toledo versus Eastern Michigan. Sophomore Morgan Williams rushed for 155 yards, and senior DeJuan Collins added 144 more as the Toledo Rockets cruised to a 47-21 victory over Eastern Michigan on senior night at the Glass Bowl. In addition to Collins' 144 yards and 2 touchdowns, safety Lester Richmond had an interception, and wide receiver Stephen Williams caught 5 passes for 45 yards. The Rocket defense did their share in this victory, forcing 4 Eagle turnovers and scoring its own touchdown. A fumble recovery in the end zone by junior Alex Johnson in the second quarter to give Toledo a 16-0 lead. Toledo closed out the scoring in the first half on a 32-yard field goal by senior Alex Steigerwald to take a 26-14 lead into the locker room. Freshman wide receiver Eric Page surpassed the 1,000-yard mark on the season with his 17-yard grab in the fourth quarter. He is the only freshman in UT history to surpass 1,000 receiving yards.